Hello F.I.R.M. It's so good to have you here. If it's your first time here, you're very, very welcome. Like I've shared before, I talk about healing, mentorship, and life generally. And if you have been here before, it's such an honor that you're still here. I am so grateful. I don't take your presence here for granted. And for those who are here for the first time, again, my name's unfortunate Ingabire, but I like to go by the initials F.I.R.M, R from my family of origin, and M from my family of choice. But over time, I have just realized that this has transformed into faith-inspired, relatable message for me, because that is what I share here, and it's mainly based on my experiences. And today, I have a special guest with me, and that's none other than Dr. Lillian N. Kaliisa. If you remember, I told you I was going to bring her here, and today I am so privileged to have her here. Dr. Lillian, please introduce yourself.
Thank you. Thank you, Fortunate. F.I.R.M. Hi, you call it F.I.R.M, F.I.R.M?
Yes.
Family? Hi, F.I.R.M. I am Dr. Lillian Kaliisa. I am a family physician, but most importantly, I'm an expert in holistic health and healing. That's what I speak, that's what I teach. I stand for holistic health because I believe that finding holistic health is actually living a life of abundance. And I've realized that if you follow what holistic health is, that is emotional, physical, and social well-being, you're actually living a life of abundance. So that's who I am.
Wow.
And I'm so happy and honored to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
It's so good to have you here. And like you have said, we are living a life of abundance. As you can see, it's so bright over here.
Yeah.
And it's such a privilege to be here. And I know recently we've been celebrating love, and then I think significance. I'll tell you why. So, well, happy Valentine's Day again. Although it's in the past, but well, you're in the colors of Valentine's, the colors of love.
And
so
it's been the love month, but it wasn't intentional. Had nothing to do with that. Red is one of my favorite colors.
Oh, nice. It's
Yeah.
good to learn that. And then also talking about significance, and why I'm talking about it is that recently we had a public holiday, Janan Luwum Day, and it's been on my mind. I keep wondering why we celebrate certain days. Like, for example, why is it that we have to have a public holiday to celebrate Janan Luwum? And I think it goes back to what is it about him that happened or that he did that makes him very significant, that a whole country stops everything they are doing to just come and celebrate him in his memory.
Yes.
You get it? So we are still in the month of love and significance. And then also, with my small prayer group, we've been talking about praying circles around our relationships, not just our marriages. And I know that beyond that, really in every relationship that we are in, whether it's a sisterhood, whether it's at work, anywhere we are, it's really us sharing our gifts with the world. And I know that you also speak a lot about significance. So beyond that, I want us to talk about both significance and healing. Now, for most of you who've been here before, you know that I talk about healing because of my personal experiences. And I believe that life is about us redefining our past for a more fulfilling present. So I want Dr. Lillian to share with us a bit about her story. What led you to what you do?
Thank you, Fortunate. Again, it's an honor to be here and to be in this platform to share with your people that I feel that the best thing there is when you have found your healing, when you found your purpose. And there's a quote that I like to follow that says, if you're looking for purpose, find it in your pain. Sometimes I feel it's unfair, it's a hard one, but that's the reality. So my story was climaxed at the loss of my father. That is about close to 3 years ago. Getting to 3 years ago, I lost him to circumstances I believe were avoidable. And that the effect that it caused to me has led me to speak for healing. You know, our point of pain, is it grief? Is it the loss of a business? Is it the loss of a baby? Is it the loss of is it a miscarriage? Whatever story we have can literally change our health, can change our well-being. And I'm one of those people that believe that that should be a starting point for you to find significance in your story. Anyone will say, but a father, we all have fathers. Fathers always die. Why does it have to be significant? It's significant because for me, that's my story.
Yes.
My father was extremely significant in our lives, and the details of this story I've said on many of my platforms. But the damage it caused to me caused me to lose who I was.
Yes.
And in trying to find myself again, I realized that I need to find health and define it for myself. And health, many people will think, is not having a disease. You know, I'm in the best body, I'm in the best BMI. But health is more than that. And that's what you've said about healing. Health is holistic. It's mind, that is emotional, our bodies, and our environment, everything around us. So the relationship I have with you, with my husband, with my children, with my workmates, with my spaces, you know, decluttering them. All those things actually should define health. And for me, if you've managed to manage emotional, physical, and social, I feel that that's abundance. And that's what I teach every day. I teach ladies to find abundance in redefining their health. So in that journey, the social well-being has a big part to do with spiritual well-being. A lady who is whole has to have a spiritual well-being, spiritual nurturing. So in my own story of finding my healing, I discovered that I needed to have a spiritual deep bond with my maker. So in that process of finding and redefining God as my father, because I had lost a father, I was led to a book, a Bible study, a one-year Bible study that I did, Women of the Bible. And in studying this Bible study, which is a one-year study, I did it more than 1 year, I actually discovered that every woman in the Bible is in the Bible for a reason.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
You get a chance and ask your community who is their significant woman. But every woman in the Bible, even the one with the worst story, even Jezebel, is in there for a reason. You can, Hagar, you know, the ones we thought were prostitutes, they were all there because their story was significant. And it goes on to ask each one of us, Fortunate, what is your significance? So with that experience, I believe that each one of us as women actually have the woman of the Bible in our lives.
It could be
You
all
believe
the
so?
women.
All the women, yes. So in this journey, I've realized that when I've grown deeper and deeper in finding significance in my own story, like these women did, my story can be written about. And that is why I'm here to confidently say that because I've found significance in my story, I can share that significance with the world.
Yes.
Unfortunately, I want to share with the world that each woman, each person, even the men, their story is significant and it needs to be documented. And then you realize the stories of the Bible or any other literature, even this one, someone wrote it down. If it had never been written, we would never know about it.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
So on this healing journey, I always tell ladies, you can't go through this journey without 1, discipline, 2, journaling. Writing. Journaling is not just sentiments, it's writing down the story of your life. And because of how passionate I am about journaling, I took the step further and documented a 1-year journey of holistic living, basing on living a life of significance, into what I call the Holistic Health Journal.
Wow.
So I'll share that because that's my own work. Yeah, so the Holistic Health Journal enables us to keep the discipline of daily finding significance. You get what I mean?
Yes, I do.
It's a daily journey. Fortunate, that is work for you to determine that every day I'm going to wake up and find my significance. That is deliberate
And intentional.
and
You have to be
intentional. You have to be intentional. And do you know what? Everything in life wins with discipline.
Absolutely.
Everything else. So I felt that since I conquered this and managed to do it on my own, I can teach another lady to do it. And that story will become significant. I believe my story is significant because I'm touching lives by the grace of God. Another lady needs to walk this journey to find their significance. And maybe 2,000 years from now, when a new, word of God is written or a new book, each one of their stories will find significance somewhere. So that is what it is. What is your significance in your story?
Wow, that's very powerful. Like you've shared, I think my fam, you know that one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel really was based on my experiences as well. Well, I guess I'm on my journey of significance.
You are. You actually
Yeah.
are. Yeah, for the
So,
lives you're touching.
Yes, so really, I know that once you begin your journey of healing, sometimes you just end up intentionally sharing with others, because as you encourage others, you're encouraging yourself. So thank you very much for sharing. But then I also wanted you to, in a brief way, talk to the ladies about health and healing generally, because that is your main focus area, and then also relate it on significance, because I know for a fact that I think I shared sometime the other year that one of my goals for the year was to get fit, exercise, eat healthy, and get better, and then I would come and share my testimony. But I wanted you to also touch point on what do you think about health generally, what is holistic healing, and that is just for my person who is listening to us to just get the feel of it, and how certain things affect our health.
Thank you for that. That's a very good question and a very good reminder. And that is really my core. I believe in this that I'm going to teach you, and thank you for bringing it right the way it is. In 1948, WHO gave us a definition of health that we most probably know. They told us health is not just the absence of disease and infirmity, but it's a state of complete emotional, physical, and social well-being. So when we learned that definition in medical school, we laughed. If any of my colleagues is watching, we laughed about it, because we're like, who is healthy? We're like, these foreigners have come to just excite Africans or the world. But then in my own story that I've just explained, where I was struggling with finding healing, I actually remembered that definition. And now it's the mantra with which I live my life every day and teach others to do the same.
Yes.
So I teach everyone that health is not just, I have a clean doctor's report, I'm fit. No. Health is your mind, emotional, your body, and your well-being. Now in that process, that is daily work I choose to do every day.
Yes.
And that is discipline.
Absolutely.
So I'm talking about every day waking up and asking and finding, where is my mind? Where is my heart? Where are my emotions? Where is my body? What am I giving my body to eat? And I always say that why is important. Why am I going to exercise? Because I am chasing after completeness, because I'm chasing after a whole life. Why do I need a good relationship with the people I live with?
Yes.
Why is my relationship at work important? Why is my relationship with my spiritual being important? Spiritual power.
Yes.
You know, that importance gives you the why. And when you answer the why, you find that every day you're actually working on your emotional, your physical, and your social well-being. And what I teach people is, don't do it to just finish. Do it because your why leads you to, you know what? I need to be healthy to look after my children. I will exercise. So
Wow.
when you answer those questions, it leads you to holistic living. And that's how I live every day.
Wow, that's powerful. Thank you so much for sharing, Dr. Lillian.
You're welcome.
My ladies, my gentlemen, you've heard it from the doctor herself. But beyond that, I've always shared on here that I believe that first of all, we are the light of the world and the salt of the earth. But beyond that, it also means that we are a gift. And that's what she's saying, that our stories are significant. I don't know what your story is as you listen to me now. I do not know what your experience has been. But one thing I'm sure about, and I'm very certain of, is that you're a gift, and it is only fair that the world gets to experience the gift that is of you in its authentic way, right? In your own authentic self. And the only way we can get to that point is if we choose to, one, heal, but beyond us healing, to intentionally live purposefully, to glorify God, honestly. And on that point, I wanted to just make mention of a recent activity I had where we had the Dance Heal Find Your Significant session. That morning, everything seemed very grey for me, because one, I was not very certain who was coming, who was not coming, and then it just so happened that morning that 3 ladies drove in, and then unfortunately we were late. and because we were late, they stepped out, but I spoke to them. I didn't get their contacts, and they said they were going to come back. But once we were about to start, I stepped out to call them, and unfortunately, they had left. And for some reason, I felt so bad because, one, I felt like I had not shared the love I was meant to share with them on that morning. But then I also realized that I was at fault for not expressing love. But beyond being at fault for not expressing love, intentionality and discipline, we didn't keep time, yeah? And that also taught me a very big lesson. And because of that, I want to apologize for them, just in case they see this. I want to apologize to them for, one, not walking in the teachings I'm trying to make, and then also hoping that one day we'll have to reconnect again and we'll do better. But beyond that, because I still believe that each one of us has a story that's significant, I am inviting you who is out there to come and join Dr. Lillian and I on this journey of intentionally seeking out who we are, studying other people's stories as we intentionally build our own stories. And we hope to start at the beginning of March because it is Women's Month. Sorry, because it's Women's Month. But whoever signs up between now and March and you use the F.I.R.M as your discount, you get to pay just 100,000 per month for the sessions, because we'll be doing them every month for the entire year. Because, one, we are building a discipline, but beyond that, we are on a journey of self-discovery. So I'm inviting you to use the F.I.R.M discount to sign up for the significant one, the significant one journey. She didn't mention, but this whole journey leads you to a place of finding your significance.
And
so
standing out. So it's the significant one, she stands out.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
I actually didn't know that.
So it's the significant one, she stands out. I'll share the link, and it's really, you stand out when you choose to find significance.
Yes. And that's also very important. You see, when they say we are the light of the world and the salt of the earth, and then a city on a hill that cannot be hidden. I think for me, it is once you know what your gift is, and you start with that, then it's very easy for you to find your footing, and nobody is going to take away your visibility, because that will be your superpower. So my F.I.R.M, thank you again for always indulging me, and I really don't take your time for granted. And as I close, I want to once again make a call to you that if you're out there or you know a friend who might benefit from this, please invite them. Let them sign up for this journey, the significant one. She stands out. Because, again, I know I've shared before, I understand that not everybody on this channel is Christian, but then I cannot share my story or even share anything without mentioning, because, like, honestly, today I prayed that God, let it not rain, and yet yesterday there was a heavy downpour in the morning. And guys, I said, God, if it is going to rain, let it be in the afternoon. And guess what? It still is shining. So I can't share my story without talking about God. And like she was sharing earlier, we wouldn't know about God if somebody hadn't gone ahead and written that Bible. These women, nobody would know about them until they wrote about them. And that's why we are again saying that even you're significant. Your story is important. And the world needs to experience the gift that is you. But beyond that, Proverbs 18:16 says that a man's gift makes room for him and brings him before great men. Other versions say that your gift will bring you before great kings and princes. And basically they say that kings will come to your rising just because of your gifting. And what I know for sure is that once you give intentional time reading your manual and reflecting and journaling, then you will get to your point of significance and you will discover your gift. That is what I want for you. I think I am at a place where I have discovered my gift, and I am so grateful that I get to share here. I think I told you guys I wanted to be on the TV, and screen test said voice too low, but thanks to my little brother, I get to be put on the TV. So I think this is my gift, to be able to share this way.
Yeah.
And I'm inviting you to come and join me and Dr. Lillian and I on this journey. And we really look forward to having a great time with you for the next 12 months. And thank you again for being here. Any parting shots from you, Dr. Lillian?
It's exciting that it has come this far. Maybe I would like to emphasize, while it's based on the Bible, any person is invited.
Yes.
Anyone, your story is significant. We are not defining you against according to your affiliation in faith, but we hope that as you walk this journey, your significance will come to pass. Ours is in the Word of God, but we will find yours if you trust us to walk this journey with you. I'm very excited, and thank you again for having me here.
It was a pleasure having you. Thank you so much, family, for staying this long. I hope you have found this content very helpful. And beyond that, I request you that if you want to receive more of this content, you please go ahead and subscribe, share, like, and then of course this will enable us to continue to spread the message of healing. And for those of you who would like to get to know more about Dr. Lillian, please check out her website, drlilh3.com, and then you'll learn more about holistic healing, and beyond that you will get to know everything that she does at the Holistic Health Hub. And again, I don't take your presence here for granted. You stay firm. Remember, our God heals, our God restores, and our God redeems. And He gives us an opportunity to redefine our past for a more fulfilling present. I love you, and you stay firm. Bye.
Thank you.